What's going on, people? It was pouring down raining when if you can hear it right now, I arrived at the gym, and when I got to the gym, it was just pouring down raining. The sun wasn't out no more, so I was like, let me wait like 10 minutes till it stopped, and I want to wait another 10 minutes so I don't get too wet. I just got off of work, but it's just like whenever you get your shirt caught in the rain, you just if you like the shirt a lot, you don't want it to get all like mildewy. But I'm good right now. I do not. I rarely get sick because of my diet. But when I made that long ass video, I was talking. Germs were probably entering my mouth, and that's why. And I didn't drink or anything. So today my nose is running a little bit, but it's going down a lot. Um, the coughing went down, and the headache went down, and I feel tomorrow I feel good as new. But yesterday I heard that the judge denied the bail for Keefe D, aka Dwayne Davis, aka one of the remaining people in the car that is responsible for killing Tupac. Now, I told you that here's a few things about me. When I was coming up, if you were to ask anybody in my class who's the greatest rapper ever, some people would say Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, T.I., and that's about it. I didn't socialize much in high school, so I'll say that people listen to a lot of Rick Ross, Wiz Khalifa, Meek Mill, and that's about it. So that's like the decade turning over. It was really those last rappers I named were like the face, and Drake too. So when you hear people say, "Oh, Drake is better than Tupac," it goes with the era people come up in. Like the generations before me would say how, you know, I feel like Tupac is nowhere compared to Schoolie D. Schoolie D started gangster rap. But if you say in my generation, oh, why isn't Tupac or Biggie on that list? Because no one listened to them coming up. I remember we had this fire drill one time, and Juicy was playing as somebody was driving by, and this kid Tyler was like, that old ass song. Nobody listened to them in school. People think that just because they're popular nationally, they're just praised by every generation that's black. No. 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, T.I., and you know, those three. Those are like the top. Really, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent. If you want to talk about greatest rappers of the 2000s, of my generation. But I won't really call myself like a Tupac fan. There are some songs that I like. I own like 3 CDs by him. 2 of them I found in the dumpster. Somebody had them outside the dumpster. And 2 of them I purchased with my own money. But here's the thing. We gotta understand that Tupac is responsible for a lot of negativity, a lot of the violence and culture that's present in the black community. He is responsible for a lot of that. And to top it off, he put hands on somebody. Tupac put hands on Orlando Anderson, and he has a history of putting hands on people. He attacked the Hughes brothers. He attacked with Suge Knight, this guy who was working for Puffy at the time, it's a story on Vlad if you want to know what I'm talking about. Tupac assaulted that female in that hotel room, and now they're saying that she lied, but I don't really know the whole story. I'll take that part back. But he has a history of putting his hands on people. You know, he has a history of being, you know, a loose cannon. Now he's done some good in the world, but my problem is this: would y'all really think, after all what he stood for, well, at least at the time, because I feel like if he had some time to evolve more, he would probably right now be doing like maybe like a starring role on like a crime drama show. He may be on like he probably would have been on Law and Order, or one of those shows on VH1 where you get those washed up ass hip hop celebrities. But based on what he stood for, do you really think he would want Keefe D in jail? I mean, for one, I don't think Keefe D was the shooter. We don't really know who killed Tupac. And at this point, I really wish that we could have just went back to believing he was still alive. He was somewhere in Cuba, still alive. I really wish we could have just gone back to those times. Because with social media, it's just giving everybody a platform to just incriminate themselves. Like the guy that was accused of killing Big L, he was released like I don't think it was the same day. Maybe it was the same day or like 5 months later. But the guy who was accused of killing Big L, he was eventually shot and killed himself like 16 years later in the very same neighborhood that it happened. If he didn't get shot, I feel like he probably would have been on Vlad, and he probably would have got himself arrested for talking too damn much. But according to Cameron, that he's not the shooter. They're saying that Big L threatened to kill him like a week prior. But I don't know the whole story with that. And I know you're probably thinking you need to stay out of you got to stay out of New York and LA politics. Speaking about that, right? I saw a whack, the most comments ever on that Zoom or whatever he was on talking to the judge. That was pretty calm, where he was like saying Your Honor and yes and no ma'am and sir. How come she didn't have to stay out of West Coast politics when she denied bail? How come he didn't go off on the judge in that Zoom? Because WAG will go off on you unless you're a cop or a judge or some kind of important authority figure. I've never seen him so calm before. But yeah, this is what happens when you talk too much, man. When you talk too much and you don't learn to keep your mouth shut, you may just get denied bail based off of what they see on a DJ Vlad interview.